Hi everybody, this is Angie from Tourangie.com, and as you can tell, I'm in the Dairy Queen parking lot getting on Cumberland Road, and then I will be taking a left on Cumberland right here. Then I will be taking a right on Bland, and this video is dedicated to the Bland Street Methodist Church, and I have a little bit of a write-up I'm going to read to you today about that. But first, I'm going to apologize to you. As you look at my screen here, you can see that there's little droplets on my window. I didn't realize it wasn't perfectly clean for you all today, so you'll be seeing those throughout the drive. The history of Bland Street Methodist Church is woven tightly into the history of the city in which it was organized. Many of the early settlers of the area, which is now Bluefield, were members of the Bland Street Church. Among the first members recorded when Bland Street Church was organized in 1888 was Joseph Davidson, grandson of John Goodman Davidson, a native of Ireland who came with his family to the Beaver Pond Spring area, which is South Bluefield, in 1775. Other early Bluefield settlers were to follow Joseph Davidson as members of the Bland Street Church. With the advent of the Norfolk and Western Railway in 1881, the growth of Bluefield was enhanced, and many prominent employees of the railroad were included on the early membership rosters of the church. Even the right-of-way lines of the railroad were secured for 2 members of the Bland Street Church. Now you can tell we're pulling into this church's parking lot, and this is the Bland Street Methodist Church. What I'm referring back to back in the 1800s was not at this location. So from what I'm reading, the right-of-way lines were secured from a farm of John A. Higginbotham, who was a member of the church, and extended to what is now Mercer Street, through the Joseph Davidson farm to the east end of the area, and also of Captain Rufus A. Hale in his farm. The Bluefield Post Office was established in 1884, and the town's second mayor was Judge Joseph M. Saunders. For many years was a prominent and active layman of the Bland Street Church. So now, as we pull out of the Bland Street Methodist Church, I'm going to talk to you about where I'm going. Of course, I'm going to jump on Bland Street and take a right here, and then I'm going to go to some of the houses in behind here because I had a request. This is Springdale Avenue that I'm going to turn up, and then I'm going to jump on Grandview Avenue, and then get back on Bland Street by Powhatan Avenue. The first church building was a frame structure and was erected in 1889. 20 extra feet of frontage on Bland Street was purchased in 1905, and the frame structure was replaced with the brick building. Street-level rooms were added in 1922, and the sanctuary was remodeled with a new organ installed in 1945 and 46. Bland Street was one of the first congregations of any denomination to be organized in southern West Virginia. The church entertained the Holston Conference in 1899 with Bishop A.W. Wilson presiding. Other annual conferences which were held at the church were in 1907, 1916, 1923, and 1937. In 1967, one of the most important and rewarding years in the history of the church was when the ground was broken for the first phase of the new Bland Street United Methodist Church on Bland Road, and that was the church I just showed you from the parking lot. To obtain the magnificent structure of worship that is enjoyed today, the efforts of no less than 3 ministers were involved and backed by literally hundreds of hours of planning and work by hundreds of loyal and dedicated members. 3 fund drives, 3 years apart, netted the church $733,000, which helped the church become debt-free. With being debt-free, the church has a value in excess of $1 million. Bland Street United Methodist Church today stands proud as a monument to God and its members. Members too numerous to recognize who headed up the modern day church fund raising campaigns are in debt to each and every member. Bland Street United Methodist Church today affords its members a beautiful place to worship, youth programs abound, and the musical program is a continuation of the standards set years ago by James Elmer Brown. And that is all I have to say about the church. I just figured I would do this quick little video. I had found that right up in the Mercer County Historical Society's book, and I thought, well, since I've got to drive down this back road behind the church, why not feature this church in one of my videos? So this is Angie for Tourangie.com. Come to my website, read my blogs, make appointments so I can help you plan your next travel adventure. Talk to you later.